Hey everyone, today we're exploring the badge widget in Flutter. A badge is a visual indicator used to display information, notifications, or statuses within an app. It can be added to an icon, button, text, or any other widget, and even used alone. There are different ways to add a badge to a Flutter app, but the two are the most common ones. First, the built-in badge widget in Flutter, and second, a package called badges on pub.dev. Today we're looking deeply at the built-in Flutter badge widget. We'll cover the badges package in one of our next videos. Let's get started with a material app and a custom widget called badge page as the home of the material app. Badge page is a stateful widget with a green app bar in a center widget. We'll add a badge to an icon. So let's add a notification icon as the child of the center widget. To add a badge to a widget, wrap it with a badge. This will add just a little dot at the top right corner of the icon. To make the dot larger, add the smallSize double property, which is the diameter of the dot. Its default value is 6. Instead of being just an empty dot, let's add a number to the badge. For that, first declare a variable and then add the label property to the badge widget, which takes any widget, but normally a text widget is used. Add the value variable declared before as the text of the label. To control the badge value, let's add two floating action buttons, one for increasing and the other for decreasing the value. This one is not necessary for the badge widget itself, but we just add it for the sake of this video. To hide the badge widget, add the isLabelVisible boolean property and assign it the value false. You can also make this conditional, for example, to only show the badge if the value is greater than 0. To change the badge position, add the alignment property. By default, it is top end, which is top right in left to right languages. You can choose one of these values from the list. By choosing the top start value, the badge moves to the top left of the icon. Let's bring it back to the default. The background color property is used to change the color of the badge. To change the badge width, add the padding property with just horizontal padding. Adding the vertical padding will not change the badge height as you would expect. Instead, it'll just push the badge label downwards. Add the largeSize double property, which is the height of the badge if the label is specified. Its default value is 16. Adding a larger value will increase the height of the badge as well as make the vertical padding look correct. As we can see, changing the padding and largeSize properties from their default values caused the badge widget to change its location, although its alignment is still top right. To solve this issue and move the badge back to the top right, use the offset property. It takes two doubles, one for the X and the other for the Y axis. It's combined with the alignment property and determines the location of the badge relative to the child. In Flutter, the positive X-axis goes from left to right and the positive Y-axis goes from top to bottom. So to move the badge to the top right corner of the icon, add a positive X value and a negative Y value. TextStyle property is used to customize the style of the label text. Let's make the text a little bigger, bold, and red. As you can see, the label color is not changed to red, and that's because the label color is controlled by the textColor property of the badge widget itself. Badge widget can also be used without having a child widget. That way, it is displayed as a normal widget, not in some top right corner. To show that, here we have a blank page. Let's start by adding a row widget at the center with some text. Also, add a sized box for spacing and a badge widget. It will show a small dot beside the text. Add a label to the badge widget. And this is what it looks like. Keep in mind that when the badge widget doesn't have a child, the alignment and offset properties will not have any effect. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.